Are we
we're
live?
live.
Oh my god, we're live!
And Knobs is out.
We're so live! I don't know, I really just want to sling my headphones down like that.
This show sucks. I'm out.
Oh man, do you remember when you were a little kid and like time went by so slow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not like that anymore.
Your parents would be home by 7 o'clock. Like, okay, that seemed like an eternity away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it still does when you're working.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, I only have 3 hours to go until, oh, that's like 18 more hours.
Yep. Some seriously weird time dilation as you age. It's not fun.
No.
Oh, I just think everything's going so fast.
We need to get some scientists on that.
Yeah.
I don't want a drug that gets me high or, just down, like, just can't do anything. I want a drug that slows down time. Even if it's my perception of it.
Yeah.
Nah, I think it would be more of... there should be times where you want to speed it up and then you alternate slow it down.
Either
But then
way.
again, I don't know. Then you'd probably be like, it wouldn't be enough. You get annoyed either way.
Then we just get
Yeah.
into the plot of Click here, and nobody wants that.
Nobody wants to do that. Yeah. I agree with that assessment.
Yeah, then your hormones start auto-regulating. It's just fucked up.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm pregnant.
Yeah,
What?
oops.
Oops, time pregnancy. It could happen to you.
And that's why you always leave a note.
Yeah. I've been rewatching that since the new season's starting up soon.
Yeah, I gotta do that soon. I think me and Lisa will probably just shotgun the next, all of it, including the
Yeah.
new season.
I forgot how many episodes there are in each season.
It's like
game.
a lot.
Yeah. Alright, you guys got your, what you been playing here?
Yeah.
Hello there, Toxic Joker in the chat.
Oh, did you have a good birthday there, Brian?
Oh yeah, it was nice. Had to ride my new bike home from Walmart, but that was,
I actually apparently I had Google Plus on my phone at some point.
yeah.
It popped up a notification, hey, it's Brian Hand's birthday. I was like, oh shit. Alright.
Alright then. Hello to Wonder Weasel in the chat.
Wonder Weasel.
Weasel! Alright, you guys ready to get started?
Ah! What?
I blacked out for a second. What happened? Alright, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah, as ready as I'm gonna be.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston. Over there's Knobs.
I just want to play it right.
And over there is the birthday boy, the Hannah.
Yay.
Hooray! I'm 10.
Calling doctor, calling doctor, birthday boy!
Alright, only announcement here before we get started is the new TVGP Game Club. Game number 13 has been decided, and it has been decided that it is Dragon Age Origins.
Yep.
Somebody asked in the thread whether or not DLC is included. Totally up to you, because there's a poop ton.
Yeah, there's a lot. I thought I had all of it. I've got like 3 pieces.
I thought that was all of them. How many of them are there?
Well, I'm also counting like the stuff that came with the Ultimate Edition and like the tiny little side quests that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have like 3. I don't have like what is the one, the Witch of the Wilds or something like that.
Some
have that
crazy
one.
thing.
Yeah, I have Awakening, and I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
What was it up against? Like the tie?
It wasn't. I don't know. I could look.
Okay.
I'll
I was really hoping it was going to be Bulletstorm, to be honest with you.
I don't think Bulletstorm got any votes.
Oh, I voted for it.
Bulletstorm got 1 vote.
Did you submit the form right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mail a vial of my blood that said Bulletstorm.
Well,
Well,
do it better next time.
Yeah. And make sure you use an actual label maker. That hand-printed stuff ain't gonna fly.
That's true.
Hey,
Yes. So if you find yourself displeased by the community's choice this time, please remember at the end of this game we will be voting for another one. So put your vote in then. Democracy works. All right, let's get started with what you've been playing, Mr. Noobs.
Alrighty, I'll start off with our regular Left 4 Dead 2 Monday night game night.
And
Had another crazy round. I don't know how. I think we had a come from behind victory last week. It was Tom Z, myself. Oh man, I really should write that stuff down. Anyway, Chunks wasn't there, so we have no live stream of it. So therefore we have no proof.
Right.
But I just remember there being a ridiculous amount of comment against our side, and then their side, like they seem to walk through like half the map, but not like 2 zombies show up.
Ugh. I hate it when it's like that.
I don't know if it's just the way it's perceived from our end, and I'm sure it feels the same way on both sides, but it just seems skewed.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. Hopefully the recap's up there in that thread on online gaming. But that's enough about that. I finished Guacamelee almost right after the show.
Oh, nice.
Last week.
Nice.
I had it just took me a minute to figure out how to do those back-to-back boss battles at the end of that. I was not expecting the second form. Kind of really caught me off guard.
Yeah, that part's fun.
Yeah. That one took me 3 tries. I think the other form took me about 5. Because I didn't know his patterns of attacks, the dash and the over the top, and he kept catching me guessing the wrong way.
Yeah, once you figure out the tells for that, it's pretty straightforward what you have to do in that fight.
And he gives you a lot of time to hit him or break those shields because he just kind of floats in that ribbon for just long enough you can get your extra hit. You don't have to be like on point like you did against the Jaguar dude. I think that was the hardest fight in the game by far.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, 100%ed everything, got the mask, and yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
So, I'll probably not be playing Guacamelee ever again, but
I'm all done. But it was a hell of a ride while
it was really good. I mean, I might want to try hard mode, but I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, no, I'm not that guy anymore.
Resist.
You really want to fight that Jaguar on a higher difficulty?
No, because I had pretty much full health when I fought him the first time, and I had enough.
No, not never.
No, not now. But yeah, so during the show last week, I downloaded a game. So I decided to play a little more System Shock 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Games have come a long way since that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you play it back in the day?
No.
I never did either.
So I'm fighting the game's mechanics, just assuming it's going to play like a modern first-person shooter, and I had pretty much had to rebind everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah. The thing that drives me nuts, it doesn't register my mouse as they have the 2 thumb buttons that I love to use in shooters.
Yeah,
I can't bind them.
Those didn't
I can't bind them in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it drives me nuts.
But that's the only really frustrating part that I have with it. Besides the wrench has such a slow wind up. Like I'm like whoa. Like the first couple mutant things you run into are just moving so slow, and they look like they're swinging like I am. Like it was like, so it's I'm so glad you guys can see that face because that's what I feel like.
Just like Half-Life 1 era graphics, where it's like, hey.
Oh yeah. Well, man, your dudes look weird. Like your nose is like boom. Like it's all Beetlejuice out there. Like it's
you got a beak for real.
It's pointy. But I remember games back then never looking that good. Like now with all like my computers, awesome compared to what I had back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have a graphic pack as part of the re-release too.
I might have to dig something up because like it's not that it looks bad, but I just remember like I don't ever remember everything being that crisp because I think usually we're playing at 800 resolution at the most back then
with like software acceleration.
Oh yeah. and
Yeah.
just having and have it real choppy. And it's so smooth, and everything is so crisp, and I love it.
Yeah.
The only thing that really falls apart is textures. But at that point,
Yes,
it
and there
doesn't
is a
matter.
texture pack for it. I
Yeah.
have installed it a couple times,
Yeah.
and it does look really good, especially any sort of texture that has text on it.
Yeah.
You can actually read it, which is unheard of for that day.
Oh yeah, but they even have even that's even coded in there. They have readable text. Like,
Yeah.
oh, this just looks like gibberish. It's gonna be some '80s levering thing, whatever.
Yeah.
It's computer speak. Meh.
Mainframes. Meh.
Yeah, meh. Noise cast. But yeah, so I mean, I played probably about 2 hours of that, and God, I just remember being blown away by 600 by 800 resolution,
Yeah.
and playing this on that and playing in smooth, but still kind of fighting the controls at this point, just trying to get back into it.
Yeah,
I really
that's
think
the tough part.
I don't know, because it's such a weird world. Like I don't remember the ball, the power ball that you put out in front of you to use like kinesis and stuff. I was like, I don't remember anything like that early in games
Yeah. Weird.
having powers. I picked the OSA, which it would be totally opposite anything I would have picked when I was a kid. It'd either been the Marines or nothing.
Yeah.
So you get the Marines, Navy, and the OSA. So the OSA seemed like an odd choice. I was like, you know what? I'm going to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What that means at this point, I don't know.
Not even really sure.
All I know is real funny. Your training that 4 years went by fast.
Yeah, it does.
Next thing you know, everything around you blowing up, and you got giant-headed mutant dudes with pointy beaks coming at you. So,
Yep.
but alas, I'm looking forward to playing more of that once I get a little more time. I joined Game Night this past week for Steam Game Night.
Thursday night game night. TNGN.
Oh man, oh I love Unreal. I really love Unreal.
It's so good when it hits the lips.
Oh. So we played a couple rounds a team deathmatch. I owned. I think actually, you know what? I started off. I didn't really own. I was close. I think I won. I think I won the second one. The first one, I was on a tear. Like I had like 10 kills. I was on a rampage before anybody knew what happened. And I think we were just playing against bots. It was just three of us. It was Lupernicus and 12 gauge shotgun or 12 gauge slug. 12 gauge slug and me and myself trying to get a couple other people in, but they were away and whatever. I think we sent messages out or something. Oh, we did something.
Yeah.
Well, at last, it was just the three of us. So we played a couple team death matches. We were all on the same team, like fighting bots and stuff. I was having a riot, just forgetting how great that game looks. And I'm like, you know what we should do? We should play some assault maps,
Ooh.
which was probably the best idea I've ever had since the beginning of time. Because I was like, it was like, do you remember that one where we're flying spaceships and stuff? And 12 gauge slug has never experienced that.
Oh.
I was like, oh yeah, dude, what's the name of that? It's like, I think it's Mothership. I was like, okay. So we find out Mothership. We hop in there, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot how cool this was. But it always usually started us off as defending, and I think 12 gauge like, oh yeah, just go over and hit E over at one of the ships. He's like, what am I doing? I was like, dude, you're in a spaceship.
And it is that awesome.
I never remember getting a double kill in Spaceship. I was like, my first one was last Thursday, ever.
Wow.
Like, I was getting that Top Gun kill bonus, like, all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, man. I totally forgot there were homing rockets on it, which was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
But that assault map on the attacking side might be one of the hardest things I've ever really experienced. Even against bots, we couldn't beat it.
Wow.
Like,
Serious biz.
Like, we literally, like, first off, like, we probably spent way longer outside flying around because I forgot you had to get underneath that spire and come up the thing, the hole, like, up, like, this way.
Reminder to watch the live stream at twitch.tv/EVM1 Network.
go flying up, all up in there and killing the shield generator that way, which is pretty much a suicide mission because you just crash into everything in that thing.
The Independence Day mission?
Yes, the
Nice.
Independence Day mission.
Yeah.
and then going through the sides of it, like the Ace Combat mission, the Ace Combat form, where you can get in straight on, but you got to kind of get a list slowly to the left to get around it and get back in and shoot the other two generators.
Yeah.
It was tough. And then once we got in the ship, I forgot how long it takes to get to the point where you have to, because there's 4 or 5 more attack points inside that really seem like the timing isn't right. Because it's way longer than it takes to get these things done. Yeah, it's really cool. So we just started playing the circuit map. From there, we played the Glacier, which I didn't even remember that map at all.
That doesn't even ring a bell.
Well, it's you start off on you pretty much have the assault maps are essentially you had to move attack from point to point to point.
Yeah.
And you usually start up as a defender, and you're setting the time to beat. For the other side. Like, if you stop them, you have full time to get it. But if they get it at a faster time than the default, whatever, 15, 20 minutes, you have, like, say they beat it in 13 minutes. You have 13 minutes to beat it because the clock clicks down the entire time. So, actually, it counts up to, and then until the point of failure or defeat. And then the other side, it takes that time and counts downwards for the other attacking turn. Which is really cool. But yeah, the Glacier one, like you're coming across like this ice flow, this river ice flow, and you got to descend a bridge down to make your access to it easier. Unlock a door, blow up a shield generator, and then blowing up an AI core, which was probably one of my favorite things ever, and I can't believe I forgot about it. Because it's this giant diamond AI core, and it literally has this ring that you just circle strafe around. It's huge.
Wow.
So you just side circle strafe the whole time, hoping you don't like fall off the side.
Yeah.
And you're just letting loose with rockets the entire time. It's so much fun.
Wow.
We need to get more people to play it. I think we should have an assault night because it was awesome.
Nice.
And then we did the other one where you have to hijack the ion tank, which has that giant explosion thing on it, which was awesome. I think we beat that one with 5 seconds left, which was all 3 of us were like, yeah. Like after we were done with it, and I'm trying to remember. I think we played 3 of them. Ion tank, and then the other one was the level design was amazing. All three or 4. I think we ended up playing 4 because I was like, it's 11 o'clock. I think I'm tapping. Ooh, I want to play this one. Because I was really hoping for the convoy where you're jumping from big truck to big truck to big truck.
Yeah, I loved that one.
Trying to steal the rockets, which is so awesome. But that's like. Even the old UT-99 assault maps are really good. These were like a whole nother level of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, big rolling waves in the background. Everything's like on like that like oil rig city. It's like set up like the cloning planet in Star Wars or something.
Oh, nice.
Everything looks like Cloud City. Like, it's so awesome. Like, I can't remember having I mean, I had grin ear to ear, like, just playing, forgetting how awesome this game was.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of missed, like, I would really love to play one of the older Capture the Flag maps, one of the really old assault maps where you actually used to use the translocator.
Oh, yeah.
Where you just see, like, I remember playing that online way back when, and people all of a sudden just see these blue lines just shoot out, and like, everybody just keep piggybacking off that.
Yeah.
The trans are shoot, collect, shoot, collect, shoot, collect, and just hopscotching your way. Or vertically climbing up a surface you weren't supposed to, just like cheesing the teleportation system. It's so fun.
Yeah. So what time is this on Thursdays?
10 p.m. EST. I think it was 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a sweet spot. There are a bunch of people online that we try to. Strawberries. I just kind of got stuck, like, right in here. Anyway, yeah, strawberries and tobacco. Fantastic flavor.
Yeah, good combo.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't feel sick at all right now.
So 10 p.m. EST every Thursday. I think there's a Steam group.
Yes,
TVGP Game Night, I think it's called,
Yeah.
all one word.
Yeah,
Yes,
I think it's...
so.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, if I have an opportunity to make it, I will make it.
Yeah.
My schedule worked out this last week, so I just figured, hey, I'm gonna hop in there tonight.
Yeah.
There,
I'll have to see if my schedule works out. That's 7 p.m. my time, so I'm getting home from work a little bit after that, so
Nice.
maybe every once in a while.
Yeah, that is TVGP Game Night, all one word.
Yep.
Confirmed.
And I put a link to it in the TVGP Steam group a couple days ago, so it should be at the top. So
Sweet.
go join that.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like I really wish I could play that game more because I probably would never put it down.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, and we were talking about, we had that question last week. What game do you think you spent the most time with? And thinking back, I really think UT 2K4 or UT 99 has got to be up there.
Oh yeah.
I think that franchise collectively has stole more time than anything else I ever have.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love it so much. And thanks to Brian last week talking about Lumines, I kind of hopped into a Lumines hole.
No.
Oh no.
First game 1.3 million, sir.
Still
got it.
Come on.
First game.
It's like riding a bike.
First game, just kind of playing. I forgot what I was watching on TV, but I'm sure wasn't paying attention to whatever was going on because I was totally sucked in.
Nice.
So I was playing a little bit of that. And the last game I played this week, I hopped black. I hopped back into to Blood Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Finally made it
Nice.
past the part because apparently I had to restart it because apparently the save system didn't work that time.
Great.
Ooh.
Well, it's in checkpoint where I thought it checkpointed because it wouldn't let me save. It's like, oh, you can't save until you hit a checkpoint, sir. I'm like, okay. This seemed like a checkpoint right before this thing happened, so okay. I'll start back up. Oh, nope, go through the tutorial again. And I was just as salty as the dude I was playing. But I got through there, and then not really sure what happened because I think I got caught, and then some crazy dude just back broke my buddy, like the major backbreaker. And next thing you know, I'm in this part where I'm sneaking around these caverns, and they're like, "Oh, you should avoid the blood dragons." I'm like, "That's a thing?" Like I just thought that was a dumb name, but no, there are dragons that change colors, and they wreck you as soon as they find you.
Nice.
But they're blind and have really good hearing, but they're really cool because they're really fluorescent, so they stick out like a sore thumb. I got killed by a bunch of ostriches in that game too, by the way.
Of course.
On some big game hunt I was in. I don't even know how it happened. I just think like, oh, kill this rare thing. So I find the one, I kill it, and I get swarmed by ostriches. Which I don't think they're ostriches, but man, they were fast and they were hard to kill. Oh boy.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
But the blood
Yeah.
dragons, like their skin color, like they're either neon red, which means they know where you are and they're coming for you, or they're yellow, they hear something's up, or they're green and they are oblivious to the world.
Yeah.
So they kind of have that progression, like that. We'll call it biofluorescence,
Ah, fantastic.
is what they are. And I got bow and arrow. What's with Far Cry 3 things and bow and arrow?
I don't know.
Like, there's bow and arrow and everything. Crisis, okay, I get it. Bow and arrows are cool. But, dude,
Yes,
they
they
don't have to
are.
be shoehorn and everything. Yes, they're cool neon blue, purple bolts that I'm shooting at everything. But they
Nearer
don't
the bow.
kill anything. They suck. I don't like them.
I don't wanna.
No, I don't want to use it. But apparently, like, you use like the side missions to unlock weapon mods and whatnot. So
Nice.
I don't. Everything looks weird.
Hmm.
It's a weird game, and I really like it. It's dumb.
That sounds about right.
It's good dumb.
It is really dumb, and that world is huge
Yeah.
for a downloadable game. Like I didn't think that game. I thought that game was going to be focused, point to point to point to point, the storyboard thing. And then I unlocked my first cache. I got a point. I got a point on the map that's mine.
Yeah.
And I cleared out all the bad
A
dudes.
safe
all the
house or
bad-
whatever.
Yes, safe house.
Yeah.
A safe zone.
A safe place. I went to
So
my happy
sa-
place.
Right, which apparently I can save in the safe place.
Yeah.
So that's good. So, and then I was like, okay, well, I pull up the map, and I back out the map a little bit. I was like, oh, no. Like, I had that point, like I did in Just Cause 2, where I pulled a map out to that island. I was like, oh, come on.
And it just keeps going, and you're just like, I don't. Oh God, this whole planet.
There's just too much. There's just too much. Like, I can't liberate the Milky Way. Stop it. There was a ton of stuff, but I will get back to that and have some more fun playing that. But it's just one of those games. It clicks with me in such a core level that I want to play more of it, but it hasn't grabbed me to where I have to play it. You know what I mean?
Its hooks in you yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but that's all I got.
All right, the Hannah, what you got?
I got a bunch of glue off my bathroom wall.
Nice.
That's the game I've been playing all week.
Glue Scraper 2000.
Oh, it's not even scraping; it's like chemically scrubbing.
Glue Eating 2000.
Vinegar and water will dissolve the wallpaper adhesive.
I will try that next time. I already chemicaled
Curses.
it up. That is good to know. But in between, adventures in redoing a bathroom, I've been playing a poop ton of MGS3 on Vita because that's a nice, quick, easy pick up and play. It's weird how portable that game is.
Yeah.
Considering it was made on the PS2. Because think about every area you get to, if you want to just save, like it's so compartmentalized.
Yeah.
Because each little, even if it's an outdoor area, you can just go there and it's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I know what my goal is. I can put this down for 2 days, and I can come back to it.
Yeah, just call paramedic, save it up.
Yep, and listen to her movie trivia, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Paramedic is my favorite out of all the save people in all the games, except maybe for Otacon in the beginning of MGS2, where he's getting all like the proverbs wrong. That's
I forgot
really
about
funny.
that one.
It's like I don't know.
Oh, they're all definitely better than Rose.
Oh God, everything's
Jack, what
better
day
than
is
Rose.
it? Jack, do you remember what day it is? Jack.
Nobody cares,
Oh my God,
Rose.
Jack, what's today? Jack.
That's the reason I didn't immediately replay MGS2 to get more dog tags. I was like, I don't want to listen to her again.
Jack, are you getting dog tags? Jack, they're shiny. Jack, hey, don't ignore me, Jack. Are you still there, Jack?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Jack.
Oh, good stuff.
Oh, man. But, man, let me tell you, try to get anything, like trying to stick up a guard in MGS3 compared to MGS2 is night and day.
Yeah, I don't even...
So I was like, I'm going to sneak up on this guy. He's like, what was that? I'm like, uh-oh. And then he turned around and tried to kill me.
I'm a snake, hiss.
Yeah.
Caw.
So yeah, I tried that a few times. And I just kind of gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play through this game to remember how crazy the story is. Because it's weird. Because the older I get, the sillier the Metal Gear Solid series gets.
Yeah.
Along with me. It's not like, when even 3-4 years ago, I could have suspended my disbelief a little bit more and been like, I'm just gonna go along for the ride.
Lightning
And
dude.
now
Okay.
Yeah, and now it's just like, okay, how is he doing? He's wearing rubber. How is he doing that?
Yeah.
But it's still like, if you can get in that mindset of just like, yeah, this is weird and a little dumb, but it's trying not to be dumb.
Kind of harmless dumb.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still, it's so much fun. And I forgot about the little frogs in the game that you can shoot in every area, and I was like, oh, what's that? Oh, it makes a squeaky sound. Oh, boy.
I think there's one in every single map location.
Yes, there is, and I was thinking about maybe trying to get all of them, but I don't see an achievement for it, so I'm not going to bother.
Yeah, I thought there was one, but I don't remember.
There might be. I haven't looked through the trophies recently. I did, however, get the trophy for getting that one boss early, in case anyone's not played it.
Oh yeah. The one you can snipe super early.
Yeah, and that was fun. I've never actually done that one before.
Yeah, that one's kind of tricky, but it's a lot of fun.
The way the Vita controls it was actually pretty easy. You just got to line up the shot as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And it helps if you know where the sniper rifle is already.
Yeah.
That helps a great deal because you can pull it off with the handgun or with like one of the machine guns, but it's way more difficult if you
Yeah.
have the actual sniper rifle. It's game over.
Yeah.
And that's really fun. And that was I was surprised to see that was not just like a bronze, that was like a silver trophy. I think.
Nice.
On PSN.
Nice.
It's like, oh, cool. All right, I'll go for
Oh,
that.
hello.
Yes. Hi there. But yeah, I think I'm like halfway through that. I just got. Where am I at in that? I'm just about to get to like the big fortress.
Yeah.
What was it called? I think Groznygrad.
Yeah, Groznygrad, yeah.
So I might be like more like 2/3 of the way through, but I think there's a lot.
It's not a terribly long game, especially if
Yeah,
you play
it
it on
really isn't.
easy and you don't have to really pay attention to how sneaky you are.
Yeah, and that's quite nice, and I love
Sneaky,
collecting all the
sneaky.
weird camo,
Yeah.
Let me
especially
touch your feet.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
I do love the really weird camo that comes up though, like the
Yeah.
what's the one, the Oyama face? It's basically just the
Yeah.
Japanese theater face,
Yeah.
lipstick right here and all white and like blush.
That's what I love about those games. Like, there's no reason that anybody had to have made any of those except for look at this fun stuff in this cutscene.
Look what you can make Snake wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. I think there was one cutscene in particular where if you've played the game before, it's not much of a spoiler, but when it came out, they had the difficulty levels. I don't even know if it's difficulty levels, but they determine how you're going to start the game by saying, I've never played a Metal Gear Solid game before.
Mhm.
I like MGS1. I like MGS2. I like MGS3.
Yeah.
And if you pick I like MGS2, you start the game wearing a mask of Raiden from MGS2.
Yeah,
And
because as soon as he pulls off the gas mask at the beginning, he has a Raiden mask on, and then he pulls that back off.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's those little touches that I love in Metal Gear Solid games.
It's as much as I say the game is silly, but it's intentionally silly in some ways, but it still somehow manages to sort of take itself seriously.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love about it, because it's that like it does it. It manages it, and I don't know how. It's got to be some weird voodoo on the part of Hideo Kojima, but it's just like, hey, we're gonna have you. And the best part about the mask isn't just like, oh, it's not like a skin that changes, his face. No, it's a mask, because if you wear it in a cutscene, his lips don't move.
Yeah, exactly. You can see his eyes through the eye holes. Like, it's great.
Yeah, oh god, I love that game. I really can't wait to finish it. I'm pretty close. It's gonna be one of those. I play it on the train back and forth to work,
Yeah.
and that's probably gonna get wrapped up this week.
Yeah.
But the only other game I got a chance to play this week was the TVGP Game Club number 13 game, which is Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, yeah.
And man, heads up, if you haven't played this game before, get ready for like a 4-hour tutorial.
I forgot it was that long.
Yeah, unless you like blast straight through it, you could probably shave it down to 2.5, maybe 2 hours if you just like skip by everything and skip by like, the lore and you're not really interested in that. But I have a problem, and that problem is I need to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
And even if
problem.
if it's just like, I need to ask you at least one thing to see if you're worth talking to, and then if they're worth talking to, it's just I have to every dialogue option has to go away.
Yeah.
There's still a dialogue option there. I need to know what's behind it.
Yeah. I actually really did like that about Origins is I like that the beginning of the game felt so different from all the other ones. So like if you pick a dwarf mage, then you're not only going to have a mage beginning, but you're going to have a dwarf beginning, and those first couple of hours are going to be different from an elf rogue. I really liked that they tried to like the core of the game is still the same, but your Dragon Age Origin is still totally
and that
different from everyone else's.
Yeah, and that affects everything else in the game.
Yeah.
And I've played the game multiple times. I played through it completely as a rogue at one point, and I was saying before the show, I can't seem to find that save file, which is bothering me.
Yeah.
And I started as a mage, and I really like the mage opening. And that's probably, I wouldn't say my favorite, but it's up there, because I started a dwarf. and that was a pretty interesting opening, and I really liked
Yeah,
the
some
dwarven
political
just like.
intrigue.
Yeah, because there seems to be a lot of it, and like you think these dwarves are like, oh, we have all this crazy stuff going on, and, we have to do all this, and it's like, oh, we're really kind of backwards as a society
Yeah.
entirely.
Poke Chop Salad in chat says it's not as bad as the Dragon Age 2 tutorial, which, as much as I really love Dragon Age 2, even though it's kind of a broken game, that tutorial was pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't played DA2 at all.
I think it's worth the time.
Okay.
I think it's a really interesting game that's brought down by a lot of its own
Hubris.
not really hubris, but
Hubris.
the scope of it is a lot smaller, which
Oh,
I
okay.
think could have been done really well. But when you have a smaller scope and then you have greatly repeated dungeons,
Yeah.
then I mean, like every time you go into a mine, it's always the same mine, and it's not even like I've seen these textures before. It's like, no, I know exactly where to go because I've been doing this mine for 40 hours.
Oh man.
It's just sort of
that
like,
sounds like Oblivion.
yeah, but like to the worst degree. It's not even just like, oh, this will be kind of cool, but ugh,
Not even changing the palette colors on the
nope,
texture.
nothing. It's the exact same
Oh,
area.
this one's blue.
Yeah.
I would have taken a blue mine. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to tell JP to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I really forgot how much fun that game is, and
Yeah.
really just, especially on the PC, and I can't stress this enough, if you can play it on PC, do it.
Yep. Top down is the
Because,
king.
Yeah, top down is king.
Yep.
Because you can just, it's total classic, like, Baldur's Gate, Planescape Torment
Yeah.
style
Old school
controls.
BioWare business.
Yeah, you can select your whole squad, you can pause that stuff up, and you can just tell everyone to attack one thing. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Especially when it works. There's that time where it's like everyone attacked it. Oh, he's got a lot of armor. That's not okay. Well,
Well, we're all
pause
dead.
again. Yeah.
Oh,
I-
and for anybody that's playing it for the first time, there's a part called the Fade that sucks.
and
Just
there
look
is
up
a
guide.
mod to completely skip it if you are
Nice.
interested.
So,
There's a
yeah.
mod that just says skip the fade.
Yeah, either do
Yeah.
that one or look up a guide because it intentionally it's an intentional maze, but
Yeah.
not a good one.
And it's
Oh.
not like a logical maze. It's not
No.
like, here is your physical box and you have to get out of it. It's like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I actually I liked it when I first played it, but upon repeated playings, it is stressful and annoying and
Yeah.
kind of useless.
Kind of a time waster.
Yeah, I might have to install that skip the fade mod.
Yeah, probably.
Because I was like, but I don't remember it. And that's the other thing. Dragon Age Origins, for people that don't know, is actually pretty moddable. It's pretty extensible.
Mhm.
And there's quite a few mods out there for it. There's a Nexus site for it. It's, I think, Dragon Age Nexus. And there's a mod installation tool called DA Modder. After the show, I'm going to post a couple links to mods because I finally got my mod setup installed.
Yeah, so check
and
the Game Club thread and
yeah. The other thing to note is I don't know if this is just me. I don't know if this is still a problem with the game. I'm going to do a little more research on it. Back when the game first came out, there was a very large memory leak in it. And that doesn't seem to have been fixed, as far as I can tell, because I was playing for about 4 hours today, and I had to close out the game and reopen it 3 times due to just slow down.
It's a little
And
rough.
I think it's due to killing enemies and just like them sticking around for a certain period of time with like loot and stuff on them. Even like their bodies fade and they like turn into just bones, but. Something's going wrong with it, and I really would like to figure out. I don't know if it's my machine. I don't know if it's the game.
Adam Splitter in chat says there's still a bad leak, so it might still
Yeah.
be that nasty memory leak.
And that's unacceptable to me. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah.
one of your flagship titles from 4 years ago. Like, you can go back and fix a memory leak eventually.
I'm sure there might be a fan patch out there because you know how fans every once in a while be like, "Oh, here's your
Yeah.
memory leak. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it."
Yeah. I was I was there was one like eHow thing on like, oh, just install patch 1.04, and I'm like, I can't even find in Steam where to check what version I'm on. And it's
Oh
possible
yeah,
that they never updated it on Steam because
yeah,
that was right around the time Origin was, starting to come out.
yeah. That's
Maybe a
true.
year or so after it.
You're
So
probably on 1.0.
yeah, who
Yeah,
knows? But I mean, I'm really having fun with Dragon Age Origins, and I just got out of my origin story, and I just got past the, whole Grey Warden thing, and I'm about
yeah.
to actually start the game proper again, which I'm really
Nice.
excited about. So, but that's all I've been playing.
All right, I've been playing a bunch of Borderlands 2 because I had a really stressful time at work lately, and Borderlands 2, it's one of those great games that you know by heart now. So I can start another character, and I can just play the game without really thinking about it too much.
Nice.
Comfort food game like we always talk about.
Yeah.
It's the MGS series, sir.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I know exactly what to do in this game, and
Yep.
I'm gonna have some fun doing it. Maybe listen to a podcast while I'm playing them. Great.
There you go.
But also the Krieg DLC came out last
Oh,
week. So
nice.
the new character Krieg the Psycho came out. And man, that is super different. That is a primarily melee focused class.
That's
Um,
weird.
And it's all risk reward and kind of an interesting way that I feel like Gage wasn't. Gage's risk reward is basically building up those anarchy stacks if you go down that tree.
Yeah.
But with Krieg, it's all either set yourself on fire and you do a lot more damage,
That's awesome.
or you're building up stacks while you're damaging enemies to further damage them.
Nice.
And his skill, I don't even know what they really called him. His special skill, special thing, whatever, is basically he has those buzz saws that psychos have, and
Oh,
he
nice.
does 500% more melee damage. So
That's
basically, you
wonderful.
key that thing up, and then you just start cutting dudes left and right, and you can throw it too.
Oh,
And it doesn't last super long right out of the gate, but man, it is satisfying. And every time you kill a guy in that mode, you get all of your health back.
nice.
So they are just encouraging you to say, run into these dudes, start this thing, start hacking, slashing away.
That sounds like it'd be a perfect character for that bar area in Torque or Torque's Mr.
Oh,
Torque's DLC.
Yeah, pretty anywhere that you can have more than a couple of enemies, you just kick that thing off and just start cutting, and it's a lot of fun. The only weird thing is playing it co-op because you look different enough from psychos, but similarly enough that your friends might try and shoot you.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it doesn't
I can
hurt.
see that being a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems really interesting so far. I know a lot of the reaction online has been kind of mixed because it's just such a different character from the usual character you're playing, which is get as far away as you can and try and pick off enemies. But
Nice.
it's kind of fun to play something really different. So I don't know. I can't say if it's worth $10, but I think if you're looking for a fresher take on the game, where it's not just get a bunch of guns, play through the same missions you've been playing, I think
Yeah.
Krieg would really fit that.
Hey, haters gonna hate.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever.
Psycho's gonna psych.
Yeah.
That's
The only other game I've been playing is a Game Dev Tycoon. I spent
Nice.
some time yesterday playing through it. I had really wanted to sit down and spend a ton of time. And I got past the first section of my first company. A little bit later, after I started playing again, it said, "Hey, you can move into your new offices once you make $1 million." And made $1 million, and it says, "Well, let's move." It's like $150,000 a move. I could start hiring new people on my team. I could start hiring like 4 other people. So I started hiring one, and we started making games, and then I went bankrupt.
oh,
So that wasn't very fun. The market did not enjoy my continual space RPGs. I think my main problem was I researching enough tech as fast as I should have been, so I wasn't staying competitive. Oh yeah, motorcycles.
Oh yeah, they're all over. It's fun. That's when the window closed.
Yeah. So it seemed like every time I would try and publish, Persona Golden Chat says he went bankrupt because he got the pirate copy. Nope. I purchased that one.
Nice.
It seems like every time I went to go do something, I kept getting punished. So, like, pretty early on in the game, you can get into a publishing deal, and it says, well,
Nice.
you need to make a soccer action game for the PC for young audiences. And you go off and make that game, and they say, well, you need to get at least an average score of 6 or better. And every time I would go try and make these games, I'd get like a 5. And they would say, well, not so you get sort of screwed twice, because not only is that game not going to sell well because it didn't review well, but you get dinged by the publisher, so they take like $30,000 away from you because you didn't meet your contractual requirements.
Ooh.
So like
That's lame.
I really quickly worked myself into a hole on that stuff. So I looked at the Game Dev Tycoon website and found out there's an OS X version. So I said, perfect. I'm going to redeem it on my laptop, and I'll sit on the couch, I'll watch some Arrested Development and play it, and couldn't have gone bankrupt any faster.
There's always money in the banana stand.
Yeah, not this time. So, I'm going to keep at it, because I really, I think it has a much more steep learning curve than Game Dev Story does.
Yeah.
Because I think Game Dev Story really wants you to finish it that first time, and then really keep working on building a high score.
Yeah.
And I think Game Dev Tycoon is more concerned with really challenging you to make the most out of the marketplace's trends. Once you make that first big leap, like you really need to make games for a mature audience, a young audience, everyone. You need to see what the trends are on the platform you're making. Like if strategy games are big for this year, like you should probably make a strategy game for a platform that is great at strategy games. There's a lot more moving parts to take care of than in Game Dev Tycoon, where it's like, I don't know, maybe a pirate puzzle game would work out. All right, that worked out great. I don't know why, but okay.
It sounds like there's a little more nuance to the gameplay and mechanics versus just straight high score battling.
Yeah, and it reminds me more of like older Bullfrog games. Where like you can kind of play around with it, but if you really play the game that it has at its core, you're really going to be very successful, and you're going to get the most out of the game. So I mean, it's only $7. Like $7, you get a copy for every platform: PC, Linux, and OS X.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, like I think it just got greenlit on Steam.
Cool.
So it should be coming out soon, and I think if you buy it from their website, you'll get a Steam key automatically for later on. I just added it to Steam myself, and Raptor's tracking it, and it's great. I think it's fantastic. It looks great. It's fun as hell, and it's just frustrating enough that I want to play it again and be like, okay, all right, I'm not gonna screw it up. Okay, no, I went bankrupt. Okay, I'm not gonna do that again. That was super dumb. Okay, whew. All right, no more pirate action games for me. People don't like those. So, but that's all I've been playing. So let's take a break.
Cool.
Oh, I gotta pee.
Oh, good lord.
Oh, it's so hot in here.
Yeah, I hear that. I'm gonna... Actually, did I close that? I hope I closed that window. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'm just gonna stay here and stare at the camera like a creeper.
Oh.
We have some tweets. Poke Chop Salad in chat says, thanks Boston, by the way, I can't stop playing Persona 4 on my Vita. I'm not going to apologize for that one. Persona 4 Golden is great. I think I was really enjoying Persona 4 Golden when I got in New Game Plus on that, because you get to keep your compendium and all of your skills. So, Persona Gold says nice mustache / facial work. Good work. Thank you. Appreciate it. I like my mustache. Yeah, poke chop salad. If you start off the game, I think one of the biggest things is before you finish the game, sell off everything that you don't want to carry over to the next playthrough. Because I don't think, if I remember correctly, you don't carry over items, but you carry over money. So as soon as you get the compendium in your second playthrough, you can take one of your strongest persona out of the compendium and just decimate like the first half of that game. Toxic Joker asks, last week I talked about my disappointment with Iron Man 3. Did the cast finally go see it last week? I did. I know that Hannah hasn't.
I have not seen it yet. I'm going to be seeing it next week, so
Yeah,
hopefully, Sunday maybe we can have a little pre-show chat.
Yeah, I liked it. But I wish they would have gone further on the Extremis stuff from the comics. I was a little disappointed in that stuff, but I kind of like Robert Downey Jr., and I haven't seen a good, dumb action movie in a long time, so I enjoyed it.
I did see the new Star Trek, though, and I can definitely recommend that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that, especially with Benedict Cumberbatch in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cumberbatch, whatever his name is, Sherlock.
Benedict Cabbage Patch, as I've seen online.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fantastic.
Poke Chop Salad asks, who do you normally keep in your party? My party was typically the first four. So the main character, who I named Taro, Chie, of course, because Chie is the best, Yukiko, and Yosuke. But I think the last time I played it in Persona Gold says Cucumber Crotch. I think the last time I played, I got rid of Yosuke, and I think I put the cop person in there. I don't remember the name, but yes, JRPGs.
Indeed.
Naoto, yes, thank you. Yeah, because they have the that almighty skill that just cleans out most dungeons after that. You can't go wrong with that. Alright, let me know whenever you guys are... I should say, I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright. I am good to go.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I fixed that remote control.
Oh, yeah?
Nice.
So I took it apart,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed one of the little connectors were lit. I found one of my my grill lighters, the big long ones, and I just kind of heated it up and melted the solder back and everything connected. And it works.
Awesome.
Oh, very nice.
I should have submitted that to Lifehacker.
Yeah.
Let me see here. What was it? Think.
Stupid.
I'm just trying to wait. I just feel like I'm just beat.
It's Sunday, man. It's cool.
You can't see. I got all sorts of color today. Like, look,
Ooh.
Then.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
I kind of want to play some more UT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I was
hope
thinking
once
about
it's-
getting started on Dota too, because there's something wrong with my brain.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep.
Oh, MOBAs. I've never understood I don't understand the appeal. Like, just
I don't either. That's why I kind of wanted to play Dota too. Like, it's in my account, and I feel like I should give one of them a shot.
It's funny because I think I made the same statement. Like, I don't understand the appeal of MOBAs. I'm pretty sure somebody sent me a copy of Dota 2.
Nice.
And just like, here, try it. And I still haven't
Well,
because
you and I can noob it up.
all right, let's see what happens.
And the reason why I'm starting on Dota 2 is it has a tutorial in it, which no other MOBA has in it.
Yeah.
So, and there was a good YouTube video I found. It was like 4 minutes explaining. Whoa, careful there. Explaining all the jargon, like lanes, jungling, secret shops, all that stuff. And halfway through, I was like, "Oh, lanes."
Using jungle as a verb, I think I'm in.
Yeah, jungle is totally a verb in MOBAs. And I never heard, because somebody's like, oh, I'm going to go jungle, and I'm like, what? What are you doing? What
Is this some sort of environmentalist thing?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, there's like that whole competitive side of gaming, like I'm just completely out of touch with, and I don't know if I ever really want to make the massive effort to get back in touch with it.
Yeah, that's like the only thing. Like the thing that's driving me is that it's cooperative competitive.
Yes.
So like I feel like we could come together as a community and be like, oh, MOBA night, yeah, woo, Dota 2. But then the other thing is, I know that most people that play MOBAs are hateful, terrible human beings that find nothing you do acceptable.
I've heard stories. I wouldn't go so far as to generalize, but I've heard stories.
Yeah. I don't want to say that our community is bad. Of course our community are shining paragons of online professionalism and courtesy. But, you know, the rest of the people, I can generalize as monsters.
As monsters. Nice. Alright, you guys ready?
Let's do this.
Let's make this a thing.
Well, I still want to read this Trophy Hunters too.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. Alrighty. Ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases, downloadable games, Hunters Trophies 2 for America, for XBLA. That's 800 points.
America.
America.
I can't. When you look at a game like this getting released as like top billing for XBLA, I think we're pretty much done with XBLA at this point.
Well, only if it's the NRA presents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the same
stuff.
platform that brought us that great Pac-Man CE.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is bringing us Hunter Trophy 2 : America.
America. This
days.
time, Pac-Man gets a shotgun.
Yeah, he's killing
play it.
deer.
Sanctum 2 for XBLA is 1,200 points.
I don't know anything about that game.
Apparently there was a first one. That's
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
we have some information.
If not, then that's my favorite game title of all time.
We do know there was a previous version.
Yep. Sanctum 4, first in series.
Hey! Dust 514 for PSN is free.
Oh,
Spend your
I might have
ISK.
to try that. Yeah.
Holy cow. PS2 Classics Manhunt for $10.
I wonder if
What a crazy game that was back in the day.
the Bluetooth headset would work with this game. Because remember there was that thing where you could play it with the PS2 headset,
Yeah.
and it would, like, if you made too much noise, people in the game would find out where you are.
Oh, that's awesome. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
God,
That
man,
was
you're a
crazy.
crazy game.
It was
Yeah,
a crazy
Manhunt
game.
it was ambitious too. It wasn't
Yeah.
just like, oh, it's just crazy.
Yeah, but it was a murder simulator. Meh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think of the children.
Yeah.
Noise cast. Yeah, see?
Yeah. Alright, US release for the week of May 20th, 2013. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D for the thirds.
I'm so excited.
And you just can't hide it.
I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I'm so excited for this game.
Yes. You sound full on.
Yes.
Aggressive.
Grr.
Resident Evil Revelations for the PS3, 360, and Wii U. I thought that already came out.
You know what? I can't even... I was thinking that when I was writing up the show notes. It's like, did this
Isn't this the one they misspelled the box art?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
but
one.
I think that came out on the 3DS for...
That's correct.
I am so far away from needing to bother about the Resident Evil series. I don't care.
Yeah, that's where I've been at.
It's
since
another
about-
Resident Evil game. It's probably multiplayer, and it's probably bad.
I
can
was
make
there in
those
about 2
assumptions
hours
safely.
into Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. Oh God.
Fast and the Furious Showdown for PlayStation 3, 360, Wii U, thirds, and PC, because that needs to be on everything.
Everything.
Clearly.
Oh, and I see someone wrote a question mark.
Ah.
A game you should get rather is Grid 2 for the PlayStation 3, 360, and PC.
Made by my favorite, Gridmasters.
Grid Masters.
All right, moving on.
I've got
to
an
what-
itching. I want to play that game. Like, I haven't played a racer in so long at this point.
Yeah, Grid 2 looks super good. Super
Yeah.
good. All right, moving on to news stories. May's Nintendo Direct happened.
Hey.
Sonic the Lost Worlds announced.
What?
It's sounds like Sega and Nintendo are getting into a more aggressive publishing deal, as in sounds like they're going to be publishing pretty much all of Sega's games. They also
Okay.
announced that Yakuza 1 and 2 are coming to the Wii U, which
That's weird.
I don't know if I have kind words to say about that decision, so maybe I won't. It
Because
sounds...
that's where that game belongs.
Yeah, and since Yakuza 5 is coming out, 1 and 2 is clearly the ones you want to release. So,
Apparently.
it smells like Sega making another bad decision.
We all know that
It's-
doesn't happen.
It's
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But it also smells a little bit like maybe Nintendo is on the path to buying Sega?
I don't know how okay I am with that.
I don't know if I'm okay with it. It just sounds like a really weird idea.
Sounds like it might happen. Okay.
Yeah. The second part of it was Best Buy stores coming up will have playable demos of games that are shown at E3. Which, if you've been paying attention to Nintendo lately, they're not going to E3. So,
Which
I
is
don't
weird.
understand what this means. Maybe games they would have shown at E3? I don't know.
No, we'll just show them at a failing big box retailer. That'll work
Yeah.
out for us.
Nintendo,
Hey.
you crazy.
Stop it. I have a lot of money invested in that store.
Yeah, I have a lot
Yeah,
of
which is a
of
real-
points.
I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying,
They're having trouble.
future trends.
Yeah. And also, new Super Luigi U will also be a standalone as well as a DLC package for new Super Mario Brothers U.
Oh, that sounds so dumb.
I really like the idea of new Super Luigi U as
I
this
like-
super difficult DLC for the previous game, but
Yep.
and I kind of like that they're putting out a standalone package, but it's all just kind of crazy.
I like it.
Feels
I
a
just
little
don't. I just
shoehorned.
don't like all those letters.
you mean-
NSMBTU.
NSMBU for the NSLU.
Yeah, or the WII2U.
Yep, super wee, bro. It's all
Dumb.
good. All right, let's move on to the next news story, which is not crazy and the best news I've gotten all year. A legitimate, for real, genuine new Guilty Gear game was announced today. So I am no pronunciation has been put out for this game.
Which
So
is unfortunate.
let's explain how it's spelled first. First, Guilty Gear standard,
Yes.
Yep.
capital X, lowercase RD, getting crazy,
Sure.
dash, sign, all in capital letters, dash. So I'm calling it Guilty Gear third sign because I'm not going to go crazy and be like Guilty Gear Zexerd sign dash.
Just Zerd.
Zerd, yep.
Zerd sign.
Zerd. That's what I was thinking. Zerd sign.
Yeah. If anybody is at all interested in the Guilty Gear franchise, you really owe yourself to watch that trailer.
Okay.
It's still a 2D fighter, but they're now
Excellent.
making it with the Unreal Engine. And it is astounding looking. It's fully polygonal, but it still looks like their standard style. But
Whoa.
what that allows them to do is the dust attacks kind of change the camera angle, and you're flying behind your enemy, your character, as they fly up to the other dude in like this real cool split-second thing, and then it switches back to 2D.
That's insane.
Oh,
I just, and they showed the majority of the trailer is Soul, bad guy, and Kai fighting
Of course.
nice.
for
This is
like
all
2.5
this is.
minutes, and it's
Nice.
awesome. And then at the end, Mila and Johnny are shown.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Arc System Works. So unfortunately, no platforms or dates are announced, but holy crap, does this game look amazing.
I
So,
can't wait.
welcome back, Guilty Gear. It's been too long.
It has.
Yeah. And last news story here, the NVIDIA Shield is up for pre-order, a thing that I had sort of forgotten about.
Yeah.
It is up for pre-order now and sells for $350 and will launch sometime in June.
That is too much for that.
Yeah.
I'm still so confused about. I'm confused about. It could be a good idea. I'm not going to poo-poo the idea.
Yeah.
What I'm confused about is what's the target market?
Crazy people like me that kind of really want it because it'll let you play PC games on your couch instead of sitting in front of your PC.
Right.
Like that's really, and apparently it's Android powered, so there's probably some maybe get some Ouya stuff on there and some other Android stuff on. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems
that-
like an okay machine. So the specs here, it's running Android 422, Tegra 4 processor. It's got a 5-inch 720p display, pretty standard controller.
Yeah.
HDMI output, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage. You know, like it. The specs seem fine. The device looks okay. It reminds me a lot of like the super tiny PS1s with the screen attached
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
I just don't understand who. I
Yeah.
guess I can understand why, but in a smartphone and tablet market, I don't get it.
It doesn't have a home. It doesn't really
Yeah.
have a purpose other than, I guess, displaying like the full power of the Tegra, because
Yeah.
that's is probably the only unit that will utilize that.
Right. I mean, I could sort of see this being a thing that they make, if it doesn't take off, they make the controller for Android-based tablets and say, oh,
Yeah.
just, this thing's Bluetooth, connect it to your tablet and play games like they were meant to be played or something
Yeah.
like that. Like marketing, meh.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'm so confused.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Yeah. I don't.
Unless they're trying to. I mean, unless that's a generational thing for us, seeing that that's not how we want to play games.
Yeah.
But it is what the young, since almost all the media's consumed through a smartphone or a tablet now. I mean, why not? That's kind of in between the two. Like
Yeah.
it fits. It's It's significantly bigger than your phone, but it's smaller than the tablet, so it's not as bulky and gaudy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And plus, it's got its own inputs, so your fingers
Yeah.
aren't over the screen.
Yeah.
And see, to me, it's appealing in the same way that the Vita was appealing to me, because with the Vita you got the remote play, and that's for me like that'd be awesome if it was
Yeah.
a little more fleshed out, and hopefully it is in the PS4. The problem is it's really only one-sided with the Shield. If you have a 650 Ti in your computer, it'll just stream games directly to this thing. You can play PC games on it. That's awesome, but the other end of the equation is missing. Like, whereas the Vita has some really great games for Vita, this has Android, which has some interesting, like, kind of cool games, but they're not full experiences. They're not. I don't want to say they're not real games, because they are. But they're just not they're not $350 for a dedicated system games.
Yeah. Well,
they're on my phone games.
Well, and
Hey,
the
it
other
plays
thing,
Angry Birds awesome.
yeah.
I'm sure
Well,
it looks great.
The other thing too is for your $350, you can buy a PS3 that's 500 gigs and comes with a bunch of games right out of the box, and probably a couple of months of PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Or a 360 that probably comes with a whole bunch of games and probably a couple of months of Xbox Live.
Yeah.
So, like the value proposition here seems a little bit skewed for that price.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think the barrier to entry is a little high for
Yeah.
$350.
Yeah.
Yes, if this were like 250, I could see it. 200 would be the sweet spot.
Yeah, if it's 200, a lot of people could probably talk themselves into an impulse buy for it. Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it looks like cool tech, a cool controller, like, oh, I like NVIDIA, alright. But,
Yeah.
Already did that with the Vita. You know?
yeah,
Yeah, same here.
good point.
Mhm.
Alright, well, that's all of our news stories for this week, so let's take another break.
Cool.
When is Lords of Shadow 2 coming out, by the way?
I was just thinking the same thing.
I need to look this up.
No,
I am
it's-
sweating my sack off in here.
Lords
Yeah,
of Shadow 2.
I think I lost. Boomer, I don't need a hot dog on me.
Oh, it doesn't have a release date yet.
which means maybe this year, probably. not.
I think it's probably this year. I don't think that's coming out for next gen consoles. So I think they gotta get it out this year.
What the fuck do you want?
I want your love.
Alright, come here.
Here, have this hot dog.
It's so hot.
Oh, I just want to lick you. Oh, I gotta put my face in your face.
And then I'm gonna look at the ceiling.
Face cast. He's just trying to look anywhere other than your face.
I'm not here.
I don't. Nothing's.
Ignore me!
Oh, I gotta open up emails.
Email.
Easy.
So very.
It's just, you just can't sit still.
I gotta wiggle.
Wiggle,
How's that working out for you?
Oh, God. Alright, you guys ready to wrap this thing up?
Let's go with yes.
God, he's getting all the way up in there.
That'll wake you up.
Gross.
I've been slimed. Get her, Ray. Alright, Booms. Come on. Get up. Get up.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's talk about tweets.
Tweets.
Sean, aka Toxic Joker, writes in and says, "Great podcast, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
2 questions. First, if you could resurrect a dead franchise for the next Xbox, what would it be? Otogi?
Ooh.
Ooh!
Oh, on that same thread, Panzer Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panzer Dragon.
Toxic Joker in chat says his choices were Alpha Protocol, of course.
Yes. God, yes.
KOTOR, sure, let's do that up. And Lost Odyssey. That'd be a really good one.
Yeah. Ooh, I kind of want to say Toe Jam and Earl just because I want to see what they could do with it.
Yep.
If they did like a straight Toe Jam and Earl game and not the thing that was the third one, whatever that ended up being, whatever that was supposed to be.
The Dark
Like-
Times.
Yeah. Let's bring it back. Let's
I
make
would
it.
actually like to see them do another Toe Jam and Earl on XBLA and PSN. That's the same thing as the first one, just like modern graphics.
Yes, and actually, Poke Chop Salad in chat says Phantom Dust, and I could
take
not
all my
agree.
money.
Wait, I can't agree more. That
Yeah.
would be amazing.
Kickstart that biz.
I'm just happy we're getting another Guilty Gear, so I can't ask for much more.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's but yeah, Phantom Dust. Oh man, even if it was like a downloadable, it wouldn't even need to be complex.
No.
Just have to be the same kind of crazy fun.
Yeah. He said, my second question is, what games are you looking forward to for the rest of the year, and what games do you have reserved, if any? I have a ton of stuff reserved this year. We were
Really?
just talking about Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. Cannot wait for that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I really want that. The first
Um,
one's so good.
A lot of games are coming out now that I'm looking forward to, like the Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D.
Yep,
Remember Me? I'm looking forward to
Yeah. that looks awesome.
that.
Beyond
What
Two
if-
Souls.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls, and it's right around the corner, The Last of Us. It's only like
Yes.
2 weeks away.
Yeah,
Really?
that looks
Two,
good.
yeah, it comes out at the beginning of next month.
I'm personally really looking forward to Shadowrun Returns, which comes out next month, which I'm super pumped about.
Yep.
And Wasteland 2.
Yeah.
That comes out. That's supposed to come out in October, but that's sort of sketchy at the moment. I don't know if that's as solid as the June release date for Shadowrun is. But
Poke Chop
man,
Salad says Dragon's Crown. I'm excited for that
yeah,
one.
yeah, I got that on pre-order actually. I
Yeah,
think
me too.
that one's going to be a lot of fun because it's vanillaware. I mean,
Yeah,
come on,
they make good games.
yeah,
I'm pretty pumped for Saints Row the Fourth, just to see
Yeah.
how they up the ante.
Yep.
yeah. It looks like they fused Saints Row and Crackdown, which, I mean,
Fine by me.
yeah, that just sounds like a wonderful, wonderful idea.
Two great tastes that taste great together.
Yep. And then
Um,
punch you in the face.
Like an orange and orange sherbet and vanilla swirl.
I think I think one of the biggest problems asking that question right now, a month before E3, is a lot of that stuff is going to get announced in about a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like coming out for the Christmas season. Oh, Lupinicus in chat says Watch Dogs. It says,
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah.
Watch Dogs delivers. Me too. 'Cause, man, that
Yeah.
could be good.
And I kind of have a special stake in that simply because it looks like it's based in Chicago. And be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I walk by there every day.
I actually really, I really want Assassin's Creed 4 to be good. Like, get back to where it used to be. Like an
Yeah,
open
be
world
nice.
pirate sailing game? Come on.
That would be cool. It would be nice.
Who's been peeping my dreams?
Sid Meier several years ago.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Recognize. Yeah, I don't. There's a lot of really great games coming out this year, and a lot of them are. I'm hoping will be great because it's the end of this generation. You know, that's when you get at the end of a generation is when you get really, really great games. Oh,
Get the
Metal
God
Gear
of
Solid
Wars.
5. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot that was this
How
year.
about that,
Oh
Biz?
man.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta power through the rest of those. How many? Let's see. At least 2 more games. All right.
Dude, I think we're at the point in this generation where we're starting getting those send-off games. Like
Yes.
these are the ones we were looking forward to.
Yep. This is with the generation's promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. In chat, Persona Gold asks, Xbox announcement on Tuesday. Any final hopes / predictions? Don't have always on.
Yeah.
That's my hope. Prediction?
I-
I hope it doesn't have always on.
As far as predictions go, as far as hopes, I hope Microsoft doesn't put their foot in their mouth or shoot themselves in said foot.
Yeah.
In any manner, shape, or form, because after as good as the PS4 announcement went, even minus the whole they didn't show it, who cares thing, they can't afford to screw up the announcement. I don't
Yeah.
think they need to really be on point and really on message as to what thing's going to be
Yeah.
and how it's going to interact with Xbox Live arcade games from last gen and
And your smartphone and all that stuff. You know,
yes,
like-
how it's going to integrate. And my only real hope is that it is not absurdly expensive and not tied to an Xbox Live subscription.
Right.
Those are the only 2 real things.
I think all that I really want is to have, at the minimum, feature parity with the PlayStation 4 and
Yeah.
with PlayStation Plus. And then Persona Gold says, is your prediction that it will or will not have always on and secondhand games? I don't think it'll have always on. I don't think that's this gen.
No.
I think it will have used games, but I think I was thinking about this a lot over the weekend as I'm thinking seriously about buying a PS4 on launch. If we're talking about their cloud-based PS3 backwards compatibility, that they're heavily hinting at, it's the same problem we had with the Vita and the PSP. How do I take all these PSP games on a thing that doesn't have a PSP slot and get them digitally associated with my account when it doesn't have a serial number?
Yeah.
And I keep thinking that I'm actually okay with having serial numbers. Like, Steam has them, and consoles have forever been pushing back against that because because of whatever reason.
Yeah.
And I think if we had serial numbers for this gen, and like I have all these PS3 games and they're all tied to my account because I have my serial number. As soon as we go to the PS4 and we have a cloud-based backwards compatibility plan, all those are ready to go.
Yep.
Hopefully day one, but whenever whenever Beyond Two Souls gets available on the PS4 BC cloud platform, boom, you can just start playing it. You don't have to go repurchase. You don't have to go do all this stuff. So I wonder if this is the gen where we start having serial numbers for console games.
I'd be okay with serial numbers, actually. I think there's a lot of use and a lot of reason to have them for console games, especially. I mean, if you have a unique serial number per game, you can give GameStop a database of stolen games, and they don't have to take those serial numbers in.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be huge. That would prevent a lot of, because you'd be shocked.
Yeah,
how much stuff do you have? And then you give separate serial numbers to the red box stuff, so someone can't take a box cutter, cut the sticker off, and trade it in.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another huge thing.
Persona Gold in chat actually has a really good point, and it's a news story I forgot to put in the news this week. That EA dropped their online passes, so they've canceled their Project $10 thing.
Yeah.
Which has been very successful for them monetarily, but they came out front and said like, "Hey, gamers hate it. It sucks." And it has always been frustrating.
Yeah.
But Persona Gold brings up a good point, saying it's a step away from serial codes, which seems an awful lot like it. But I don't know what the answer is. But I hope that they figure it out this gen, so we don't have to have a really tough transition for between the PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Yeah. So, any other predictions, hopes you guys have for the Tuesday announcement?
I really hope they don't mess with the interconnectivity of Xbox Live the way it is right now. Because with being able to cross-platform chat and whatnot, the party system I think works really well.
Yeah. I think that needs to be their new baseline.
Yeah.
Well,
because of the interface, maybe, but that's about it.
Now we know the ease of communication is possible. How do you make it better?
Yeah. Well, let's move on to new emails here, not news stories. Ryan writes in, not our alumni Ryan, with two questions. First one is, what is the Ouya and why should I care? I don't know the answer to your second question, because I haven't gotten hands on it. But it's basically another home console running Android.
Yep. Yeah, it's an Android set-top box.
Yeah.
Pretty much it, with a cool controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it does well. It had a rocky sort of...
launch.
No, because it hasn't launched yet.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people are misunderstanding. The beta has been a little bit rocky, which is fine because it's a beta.
It's a beta.
But, you have a lot of people going out there and reviewing a beta product. Being like, Ouya launched in March, and here's how it is. It's rough. It seems like it's not done. It's like, well...
It's not.
It's not.
So it's a reward for people who kickstarted this thing that they got their hands on it early.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know right now how much we should care yet. It might be something that's just sort of like, it's another 3DO. Look how cute this thing is. Or it could be, yo, look at what consoles are now. Who knows?
Yeah. Look at what can be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting experiment. I don't know how well it will do in the broader market, but I think it could find a niche, and if it does, good for them. If it doesn't, probably won't see a second one.
Yeah, that's true. The second question is also, what was your most ill-advised video game-related impulse buy?
Assassin's Creed 3. I went midnight just because I could. I had the next day off, and I was like, I'm going to buy Assassin's Creed 3. You know what? I haven't bought a brand new game at launch in a long time.
I'm going to treat
myself. And then
myself.
I remembered why.
Yeah.
And man, that was probably my biggest disappointment of last year. Was I got it, I played it, I finished it, I made myself finish it, and it was just so many problems with it. And
Yeah.
I certainly hope the fourth one is good. I won't be playing it till it's at least $20.
Yeah.
Call that Project $20.
Fun for a fiver is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to rack my brain on. I make a lot of bad purchasing decisions when it comes to games, but I don't know if I've had any that's been like a Guilty Gear Asuka sort of level of impulse buy. Because typically, we were excited for Guilty Gear Asuka because we loved the Guilty Gear series, and that thing was just a hot turd. But it wasn't like an impulse buy where it's like, oh man.
Well, we bought that thing. We were in regardless of what it was. Even if even there were bad reviews on it, we still would have bought it because to us, it's Guilty Gear. It doesn't matter.
And I don't know if I've gone through a store lately and just picked up a game saying like, man, this looks cool. Like when we first fell in love with Guilty Gear because I picked it up because it looked metal. I don't know if I've. It's sort of You get spoiled for choice now on reviews for games. Like if something comes out and it's a total dog, you know immediately.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to do that now.
The feedback loop's very immediate nowadays, and even compared to what it was 3-4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And the minute a game drops, is it, has someone said it's good? Has someone said it's bad? Mm-hmm. Has there been like a huge, dust up over it?
Yeah.
And, it's very, I don't know, it just seems very different. It's not one of those things where I would go into a store and go, I look at the wall at like a GameStop or something and I go, okay, I could probably cite review scores or just general like consensus of the public of most of these games. Mm-hmm. If I haven't heard of it, I probably want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, Brink falls into that category, and Dead Island. I mean, Dead Island, I was swept away by the riptide of hype.
See what you did there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that was the game that I was really pumped for, and I just never really played it. Yeah. I mean, even when I did play it, I didn't have much fun.
Yeah.
Hoodoo my voodoo.
All right, let's move on to our last email for this week. It's from Dave, a.k.a. RoboPig. He says, hey guys, I'm sure Knobs already mentioned playing some UT on Thursday, Thursday night game night. I missed it due to the Bruins going OT with the Rangers. Yay, sports ball.
Yeah.
Sports puck,
yeah. I was asking folks on Twitter the other day if you could own one arcade cabinet, which one would you want? He says, my answer was Cliffhanger, an old Laserdisc game that I was never able to beat. And he has another question here after. I would own a Mr. Do arcade cabinet.
Really?
I love Mr. Do. It's not great, I'll admit it, but I kind of like it. Because I know everyone's going to be like, I want the Simpsons arcade machine, I want the X-Men arcade machine. Yeah, those are great arcade machines, but like, you know what, like, I almost want to pick something that's not the obvious one.
Yeah.
Like Mr. Do.
To be honest, I would love, one of my dreams is to own, I got two. Mm-hmm. One of my dreams would be to own a side-by-side Sega GT cabinet.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
By far, I love that game so much. I would love to sit there and play that. Number two would be Time Crisis 2.
Yeah.
Side-by-side light gun shooter.
Only two, though. That's the best one.
Yeah. I would have to go with either of the D&D machines that Capcom put out in the 90s.
Yeah, the 4-player ones?
Yeah.
Oh, Gauntlet Machine would be so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or House of the Dead 4.
Fantastic.
I was actually going to say House of the Dead 1.
You win.
Either way, like any House of the Dead, because House of the Dead 1, I would go to the mall and I would put 2 quarters in and I would play both guns blazing.
Yeah.
And you just can't have more fun than that.
Yeah. Poke Chop Salad in chat says Popeye, which is actually a really good arcade machine, but it reminded me that If I had to pick one driving game, I'd have that Ivan Iron Man whatever racing game, the one where you could spin that wheel like 20
Yeah.
times to take a corner.
Yeah,
That one's one of the best ones.
that one's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to have a Time Killers arcade cabinet too.
Yeah. I'd love to have honestly, I'd love to have an arcade room that looked exactly like the arcade at the Mentor Mall when I was growing up. You know,
Oh, that was a dark arcade.
that was
too.
a dark, nasty, smelly arcade, but like
It's sticky too.
yeah, like really just rough, but like super dark. Had all the machines turned on full blast. Like in the back, there was a really uninterested attendant that had dusty like pencil toppers for like like one side was the arcade machines, the other side was the pinball machines and the ticket machines that nobody played because what the hell.
Yeah.
And then like there's a couple like strips of neon pink lights in the back, and that was it. It had some horrible '80s wallpaper in the mid.
Well, no, it was supposed to be four sides of neon lights. Only the short wall worked.
Yeah, exactly. Because the other ones are too expensive to replace.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the arcade room I would want. Like that recreation of where I grew up.
Yeah.
Like going every week to the arcade. Or like the other room I would want is my game collection would have to be in a cage in something that looks like Toys R Us. And to get it, you'd have to go to that whole black and white wall where you take the little thing. It was like, oh, I want to play Dragon's
Yes.
Dogma. Okay, go and find it and take it and look at this totally sweet art and take it up to the shelf where somebody's like, ugh, fine, I'll
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh, man. So his other question was,
And there has to be a million keys on that ring too that they gotta. Oh.
yeah, exactly. Only one of them works. RoboPig's other question was, what percentage of your audience do you think would not know the proper procedure to claim the next game on a machine? He says parenthetically, putting your token up on the screen, or was that just something we did here in the Northeast? No, quartering up, which is the proper term, is worldwide renowned as
Yes, it is.
"Yo, I got next."
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, that's why they used to
be.
be on pool tables. They had the little hook, little half circles you throw your quarters in.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So quarter up, sir. And that's all we have for emails and tweets and all that biz this week. So if you want to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Tweet us at tvgp. Email us at tvgpfans@gmail.com.
Join the forums, please. Don't forget to mark yourselves on the map. Join us for our Monday Night Game Night. That is Left 4 Dead 2, all the DLC, 10 p.m. EST. And you can join us on Steam Night, which I guess we're going to be playing Unreal from now on whenever I'm there. 'Cause I'm going to be a pretty strong lobby for that because that was a lot of fun. That is 10 p.m. EST on Thursday nights.
Yeah. That's all I got.
I'm sorry, did I steal your thunder a little bit? Because I'm really excited to play some more UT.
Well,
Let's not forget about the TVGP Game Club game, which
Yep.
is Dragon Age Origins.
yep, you got a whole month starting on Monday, I think it is.
Yep, I got a
to
head
play
start.
it. DLC is optional because I know there's a bunch of it.
Yep.
And don't forget you can watch us record this stupid show live every week, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network. If you can't make it live, we do archive it on the page. And if you don't want to watch it there, it's on the YouTube channel. And all those links and many more, including friends of the show, are on the right-hand side of the page. And we will see you all next week.
Laters.
Peace.
Titles.
God, dog,
We
you
seem to have a
press
couple in
X.
chat here.
Yeah, I have 6 here. Beak for Real. Noisecast.
I got no cast.
Swarmed by Ostriches.
I got that one too.
Liberate the Milky Way.
Got that.
I'm a Snake. Hiss.
Every time you said I'm a snake, it comes the honey badger does the badass.
And Glue Scraper 2000.
Nice. I got a whole list here. It looks like in chat we've got Zerd Sign,
Yeah, Sword Sign is pretty good.
Which that sounds like something from The Witcher. Like that's one of the signs I want to say.
Yeah.
So let's see. I got. It just seems skewed. No, not ever. No, not never. It's all Beetlejuice. Mainframes. Noisecast. Up the Thing. Everything looks like Cloud City. Ugh, strawberries. Lumen's Hole. Major Backbreaker, as in, major backbreaker.
Yeah.
Swarmed by ostriches. Biofluorescence, which I think we also had in chat.
Yeah.
Everything looks weird. Liberate the Milky Way, and grr.
I think for me it's either Swarmed by Ostriches or Liberate the Milky Way.
Liberate the Milky Way. I'm feeling that one.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty strong. Liberate is a pretty strong word.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, starting in.
Hey, we don't want to get screened by the IRS here. No one got that joke?
No?
What?
The IRS going after the Tea Partiers and everybody's got patriots or constitution.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Wah, wah, wah.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 291 for May 20th, 2013. Liberate the Milky Way.
Yeah.
It's Lightyear to the rescue.
Noisecast.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us and watching us do this really dumb show live.
Yay.
Thanks. Welcome to the new people in chat. Hopefully, guys and gents can join us next week. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Later.